Hello, my name is Lunchbox5930 and I know why you clicked on this video. Your finger slipped trying to click on the newest Dr. Weiss video, but don't exit out just yet. Just give me a sec. Hold up. Let me hear me out. I swear I know what I'm talking about. I'm here to talk about Gold Bar, which is my personal favorite trigger. I don't know what it is, but I have definitely cornered myself into being the Gold Bar guy on the internet. So who else better to explain the trigger than me? Don't say Colton. They don't even know the number of gold on the periodic table. It's 79. I didn't even have to look it up. It's all on the top of my head. So I'm smart. So you want to play Gold Bar. Why? I thought I raised you better. I told you multiple times to play choice that Gold Bar isn't what you want to do. You want to follow in your dad's footsteps? Well, I told you to do as I say, not what I do. Because I love you and you deserve better than this, okay? I want you to be the very best, like no one ever was, all right? And you're coming to me on the day of my daughter's wedding and telling me that you want to play fucking Gold Bar. When it isn't even called that. It's called Treasure, you ungrateful piece of shit. Okay, I can show you how to play the trigger. All right, so what the hell is Treasure, or its subsequent colloquial term, Gold Bar, even do? It is a green climax trigger that when you trigger it, the climax is added to your hand, and then you may send the top card of your deck to your stock. So you're essentially gaining hand when you trigger it. Super simple, and the blind stock does not miss timing when you hit the refresh. Oh, and also the adding to the hand is mandatory, but the blind stock is not mandatory. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's look at some common Gold Bar combos. Accepting Feelings Mocha is an absolute legend, and if you follow my channel, you know this effect. This is on attack, top check 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck, ditch whatever you don't like, and return what you do like, and then you do the same to yourself. She also heals at the Encore step, but that's not important right now. This is the originator of the term Mocha effect, or Mocha-like effect. When you hear that, it is referencing this effect here. I have a pure Afterglow deck because, of course, I would have a pure Afterglow deck. And this is the main finisher that I run. I absolutely love this effect in all iterations, and it is damn fun. To help with the SEO, here's a Data Life card. Probably should have been Hollow Life, but here's a Data Life card. This card is an example of Neg Soul. When Freezing Earth is in play, if you have 4 or more other characters, this card gets no soul reduction when side attacking, and until the end of your opponent's next turn, the character facing this card loses 2 soul. She is also an early drop, and you could swap this card with another card, but that's not important for this video. There are a lot of Neg Soul cards that are tied to Gold Bar Climax combos. The Sora from Hololive 1, who is making a stance in the English meta because of Jesus abs over here, and the original Yotsuba combo is another good example. I'm not going to exactly hitch my wagon on this effect, but there is also a somewhat small trend of Icy Tail and Icy Tail-like effects tied to Gold Bars. That is typically on attack, you pay a cost and your opponent mills a certain amount of cards from the bottom of the deck, and then you burn equal to the amount of climaxes milled. There's the new Yotsuba combo, as well as the King combo do come in mind, but there are a lot of different colors that have that effect, so they're not as common as Gold Bar when compared to the other 2 effects that I talked about. Alright, so now Gold Bar is an interesting trigger because it is the only trigger that could ruin your hand and your stock if you happen to be extremely lucky on your triggers. You're going to be blind stocking your way to death and you don't even know it. Trust me, it's happened before. And because the amount of times that you're going to be getting climaxes into your hand, when you ditch them, there is a chance that Haruhi is going to look down from the heavens and glue all your climaxes together, and no matter how many times you shuffle, you're going to have climaxes Doctor Stranging each other. No, it's just me? Alright, fuck me then. So with that out of the way, what are some good cards to be on the lookout for when you're building a Gold Bar deck? Here are some profiles to be on the lookout for when you're building a Gold Bar deck. I could have written that a lot better, but it's in the script, whatever. Here's some cards to be looking out for. Now, not all sets have these cards. The good sets have these cards. Bar fixtures, also known as trigger fixtures and hand filters. These are the cards that state that when you trigger a bar, you pay a cost, you do a thing. The cost typically ranges from ditching a climax or ditching a card, while the action is you draw, salvage your waiting room, salvage your clock, top check 2, add a card, etc. The reason this is important is because when you trigger, you add the climax to your hand, you blind stock. Effect activates, you could ditch that climax that you added to your hand because you might not need it. You could get rid of the climax to add things that you need. This helps filter out your hand and, more importantly, helps move climaxes to your waiting room a whole lot quicker and helps cycle your deck if you are checking your deck. Speaking of bar fixes, climax ditch salvages. If you're playing gold bar, you're going to be getting a lot of climaxes in your hand. Sometimes you're going to be getting way too many climaxes in your hand. This is similar to the bar fixtures, except there are characters that are on play. You ditch a climax and you salvage a character. It's that simple. This keeps your hand clean as well as your foreskin. Twin drives. Now this is a Vanguard term, which is on attack, you can pay 1, reveal 2 triggers during the trigger step. Yes, this is good in keeping your deck's momentum going, but it's also good in keeping your stock clean. So when you trigger your bar, you blind stock. Then you attack with your twin drive, you pay out the unknown stock for something that you do know. It is an easy way to pay out your stock and you keep your stock clean. Top check 2s. So there are 2 different types of these cards and they are a little rare, but they are super helpful, especially in a gold bar deck. These are good in just any deck in general, but for gold bar, it's a little more of an advantage. Those are the cards that when you play them, you top check 2 and you rearrange them in any order. If you see a climax, you put the climax on top, put the character on the bottom. So when you trigger, that blind stock is known. There's also choose what to trigger, which is on attack, top check 2, add 1 to the top, and then you mill the other. You are still blind stocking, but you're going to be more in control of your plussing when you use your bar fixers. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Lunchbox, I miss you. But what if my set does not have any of these? The answer is simple. You give up. Just give up. Play choice. And that is where we're gonna end today's video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned something today, and I hope I have inspired you to play gold bar. Now, if you will excuse me, I'm going to make that Chica deck profile in June. See y'all later. Peace.